It's a honey badger, baby. We back. Coming out here, clean up shit, rake up shit. God damn it. You know, we got to come out here and get the forbidden fruit. Ain't that right? You out here tear shit up. You tearing up stuff. Y'all like to tear up every damn thing. And here, goddamn it, I would put the queen out the door, man. I'm finna go grab her ass in a second, cause her ass don't like sleeping in a fucking doghouse. She'll take a blanket out of there and sleep right on top of that motherfucker before she sit on the inside. Right there! Right there! Boo! Boo! Bite, son! Bite that boo! Right there! Hey! 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 Watch out! Watch out! You missed her. Watch out! There you go, son. There you go. You missed her. Get him, boo. Ah, here, but what was that? There you go, son. Yeah, man. So we cleaned up, man. We finna go get the cream. And shit, we finna get to work. There. I can watch my baby tear up shit. Why you always want to tear up stuff, Alice? Come here, you. Hey. Come here. I want to get to the ball piece out of there. Come on. Come on. Okay, don't worry. I'm tied up so you can't even get move. The hell out my way. You ain't want to come out here. Move. It's tied the way you can't even do all that stuff. Yep. You want to be a bad girl. And you don't want to do that listening stuffs. Because you think you that tough. You're not tougher than your dad. You think you're tougher than your dad? I don't think so. I don't think you're tougher than your dad. I think you're tough, but you're not tougher than your dad. Yeah, I think you're a tough butt. A little tough butt, not tougher than your dad. You think you're that hard? You think you're that hard? Yeah. Think you that hard? Think you that hard? You ain't that hard. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You think you bad? You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. Get him, girl. Get him, girl. Oh, you knocked it up. You done knocked it up. There it is. There it is. You ain't bad. Check on this chick, imbecile. Come on, bro. What you did now, son? Come on, I got you, son. There you go, son. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, we out here, man. We just taking it easy out here, getting some motherfucking work done out here, cleaning up. I'm finna go grab my girl. But I'm glad she ain't out here right now so I can at least clean the motherfucking space up. Yeah, the boy. Alright, damn, boy, you do everything but grab this shit and hold on to it. Right there. There you go, sir. Yeah. So like I say, man, cleaning up some shit today. Did you clean up that shit? Huh? Did you check them cameras? Did you get out here fucking with them dogs? Yeah, boy. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Well, watch out. Watch out. Watch out, son. Watch out, boy. Watch out. Get him. Right there. Right there. Stay on him. Right there. Dig, boy. Dig, boy. Uh-oh. Good boy. Oh, you snatched that old goddamn thing now. Good job, son. That's how you do it right there. That's my son. That's my, see, that's my boy right there. That's my son. Yeah, scratch that sticky butt. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. Yeah, man. But now today topic we got today, man, is GAMENESS. This shit right here is motherfucking prey drive. Which GAMENESS and prey drive are two goddamn different things. You gauge prey drive on the dog's ability to be able to or his need or want for whatever he's going for to be deceased, done, got. You know, that's prey drive. Wanting to destroy, you know, whatever this in front of. But gameness, that's a trait you only see that in versatile times, man. Ain't that right? You see gameness when that motherfucker is hurt. You see gameness when he's frustrated and he don't know what to do. You see gameness in the sense of that motherfucker just all out, beat up, destroyed. That hog that got there hit his ass, punching him with that goddamn tusk, and he still got there getting his ass up to go over there take it. Fucked up. You know, that's gameness. You can't judge that shit, gameness and prey drive, off the same thing. And then you can't judge gameness outside of the position of battle. You know, we don't support illegal activities here, so we ain't gonna say dog on dog come back. But how you gonna be able to determine your gameness? Or say your shit game, or whatever the case may be, not trying to seem tough on some badass shit. Yeah. Not trying to seem tough on some badass shit or some cock diesel shit, but you know, how the hell can you sit here and say that you're going on with the pit bull menu structure and gameness is not one of your top priorities or formalities, or you don't even have a way to really gauge it? Get them, son. Get them, son. You know? So that's why I say, man, I don't know. I really don't know. Because like I say, this is a breed, man, that just, it has so much purpose, but its main reason to be alive is really just, you know, discontinued. Because these dogs already have or had a way of proving itself. But once you take that factor away, yeah. Once you take that factor away, it's like, man, it's like, where do we go from here? And that's why I say, dog, with these animals, man, you have to just gauge and do what you have to do, predicated and based on how you're able to see what are the things you need to see. Because if you take gameness away from these dogs, then you don't have game dogs anymore. You just have pit bulls. So there is no one without the other. There is no try to move around it. There is no none of that. So do quote gameness and prey drive correlates? Yes, but it is only in the sense of it happens. Only in the sense of it is in a sense of proving a dog, not proving a dog is able to dish out damage, but to be able to take damage or to be able to receive the same criticism that he's given upon the other animal. And that's where you could be able to determine his gameness. Because you can have a destroyer that's not game. Everything you put his ass on, he destroys. But soon as something take his ass down there in them deep waters, or soon as something is able to say, you know what, I'm not going to allow you to just destroy me, I'm going to fight back. And the most simplest shit, you know, is something that's able to deteriorate a dog like that. The most simplest shit. Dog, though, like they never been in a position where it has something to go against, you know, his efforts or his pursuits. So it's not used to it. And the first thing that motherfucker do is, shit, he ready to get the fuck up out of there. Because it's like, hello. He ain't just sitting there being still, letting me do what I want to do like the rest of them. Or everybody else, or anybody else, you know. And that's what's going to be able to determine the gameness. How do you get gameness? You have to breed gameness. Gameness have to come from somewhere. You have to have a start. And not only do you have to have a start, but you also have to have a destination for where you want to go. So if you don't have nowhere to start to manage your gameness, you are already, well, I ain't gonna say that. If you don't have a way to be able to properly gauge your gameness with your dogs, or if you don't have a way of being able to tell or to be able to see, gameness, or if it doesn't have it in its genetics, then you just fucked all around. You fucked to begin with. So it's like you can't go somewhere, you can't take a car and go to the moon, So with that being said, your transportation and your destination has to be in some type of has to correlate with each other in some type of way. Because if it doesn't, then man, you just got dogs with the ability to destroy, or high intense prey drive dogs, and that don't determine gameness. Just like in the field where you got protection work for the dogs, they judge their gameness by off of scenario settings. The dog's ability to be able to go in there, does his job, and take damage and punishment in between time. Let's go, boom, right there, and to take damage in between time. So not only is the dog not only attacking the person or the decoy is actually attacking and harming the dog too as well. So they're judging their gameness, their ability, off of the intensity that the decoy gives the dog. And that is where you see your proving ground of where where you should start at, or what you have, based off the level of prey drive or gameness your dog has to get the job done, his ability. And like I said, this ain't no rocket science shit, man. This ain't no, nothing to try to get the dog to do some abnormal, freaky shit, because he's not. It's an animal. Son. So with that being said, yeah, the dog is going to go as far as the dog wants to go, predicated on his ability to be able to, go from his genetics in the first place. So if you don't have a good start on your genetics, you already fucked up. If you don't have a good placement or ideal, or you don't know the parents, you don't have a clue, I say, man, you better, check that shit, man. Ask some questions, do some research before you start, learn how to read pedigrees before you start to try to engage this here, because you will get exposed. This ain't the bully community. This ain't no show and tell shit. You will get exposed quick if you ain't got it together. And that's why I say, man, these ain't the dogs that you ought to try to advertise more than what is. These ain't the dogs you ought to try to, these are fire. All that other goofball ass shit. Because for the simple fact, whenever you see people doing shit like that, you got people advertising pups, got pups facing off and all that extra goof cornball, that shit. That's telling you right there that's those dogs, ass puppies, that's where they only can get right there. They only can get that far with the puppies. And then you ask what are older dogs at? Why we don't see none of the older dogs? It's because they don't do that shit, or they already ruined the dogs before they even get to the chance. To get to that, perspective. They already tarnished the damn dog, fucked it up by trying to get over this illusion of pay drive is gameness. Oh, these gotta be some game punch because of how they acting. They're so fire. And all that other cornball goofy shit. These are docile dogs. These are docile dogs. Meaning, you see how they are? They don't bark. They don't bother nobody. They just like to work. I don't make them face off with each other. I don't even support that shit, especially with each other. I don't do none of that cornball ass shit. So it's like, I can have well-behaved animals, man. My baby in the house, she could go in the house, sleep, got a whole room to herself, if need be. These motherfuckers are trained to be able to go out here and be a regular dog, not an animal aggressive ass. I honestly don't like that shit. That shit is embarrassing for me to walk my dog out in public and you got a motherfucker that just want to grab something, just want to start. That shit, that's. I mean, it's a double-edged sword with it, depending on circumstances. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But if you in the setting to where it's like you want to be a regular person, cordial, you know, you try to handle some business and you got a damn dog just sitting there, you try to go for a stroll, walk, you try to get out the house, all this extra ass shit. Me personally, I don't like that shit. So I raised them not to do that shit as young. I raised them to go out here to see people. I raised them to be around other animals. Because Alma won't fuck with nothing. This is why I like Alma. Alma won't bother nothing. She'll walk around, you know, be cordial with other animals. But better not nothing come in this spot. When that's the same thing with Keita though. When we on your turf, Bodo just don't give a fuck. But he one of my ones that I see the way he ain't like that. He's wishy-washy when it comes to that type of stuff. So it's like, man, these dogs can be around other animals. They can be able to be, you know, cordial with other animals, different breeds of dogs, and still be game. Is my point of all this shit. None of that aggressive prey drive shit means anything when it comes to gameness anyway. So don't buy a puppy or inquire a puppy thinking that because it fights its siblings or it's so dominant that you're going to get something. I guarantee you, you take that puppy home or you try to base your line off of that shit alone, you're going to walk away a very disappointed person in the next 2 years. Like 16 months or 2 years, you gonna be one sad motherfucker. Cause what you really got was the pup that was just dominating the litter at that time. At that time. Dominators within litters come and go. And it could be multiple dogs within a litter that could dominate a litter. You just needed to separate that motherfucker. Simple. Food aggression doesn't equivalent to prey drive or gameness. So seeing a dog try to get at another dog for some food, that's not fucking gameness or prey drive. That's basic fucking survival. I mean, I have to show y'all, man, whenever I do decide to have puppies, but I'm not a breeder, bro. I don't plan on breeding none of these goddamn dogs, to be honest with you. I send their ass back to who I got it from before I sit here and waste my time on that bullshit. What you doing, son? Creating more shit piles for me to clean up? Go on, get it out while I'm already out here now. Why would you go that way? Go that way. Come on, use your computer brain. Come on, this way, son. You know, shit like that. So that's why I say, man, this game, man, this is not for no Rudy Poops. This is not for no people who like the hype, believe the hype ass individual. This is not this is not the breed. You think you just gonna come and try to stunt and try to make some dogs just look good. This is not that. You will get called out. I'm not saying on no crazy shit or nothing illegal, but people are going to want to see what you're talking about. People are going to want to see what are you selling. So if they put you in a position where you got a hog in front of you, treadmill races, things of that nature, and your dog isn't able to perform because it just looks good, or if you decide that, well, I don't care about any of that stuff, and I just got pit bulls and I know they're just game because the person I got them from were game, and then when you actually put them in a position where they have to prove themselves, they can't do shit, or they're scary, worried. You never put them in position to be able to learn how to do shit. That looks bad. That looks terrible. That looks very terrible. It's very distasteful. And that's why it's like, man, within the community I have, there's already a cipher of other different communities. Because you have the dog fighting community, then you have the show community, then you have the ex-bully community, and then you have the all-around just bull breeds, pit bull or brother type individuals. And that's it. And it's like, bro, I don't know, man. Like I say, bro, I'm just only one person. And y'all can see how I judge my dogs. So I ain't got the best dogs. I ain't go nowhere in the world say no shit like that. I ain't got the best dogs. But I ain't got no motherfucking average dog. Can't nobody just come out here and fuck with my goddamn dogs, you know? So, my shit ain't average. Ain't nobody walking down the street with just one of these motherfuckers. So, I judge my shit differently. Because I'm actually against all that shit that would make the average person say their dog is game or pay driving or all that other shit. I'm actually against that. So I won't do that shit. Like I say, I don't like to see my puppies fight each other. I don't like to see puppy or dog aggression young. I don't like to see that shit. I like smart, well-versed dogs. Unless to the point where it's just they're genetically, they can't do it. Regardless if it's inbreeding, line breeding, or whatever the case may be that causes that genetic makeup for that particular dog to not want to do that type of stuff. But if you can teach them, if you can put it on them, if you can install them, then why the fuck not? Why aren't anybody trying to break the norm or the narrative around here? I break their chain, they're going to go and play with each other. Now, the dumb mistake I can make if I decide to do that was let them try to play with this. Let them try to interact with each other like that. That's dumb. I would never do no shit like that. Like me, if I was to take Black out, I could come out here and let Black run around. But I know Black gonna run right over there. And I just told you earlier, ain't let nobody come in a change fight. I have to get them physically away from here to be able to do this shit. That's why I say, man, these dogs, all animals are not toys. These are not action figures. Come on, go ahead. These are not toys. These are not action figures. These are not animals that just want to go do shit or just bring them out just because you want to. These are not those dogs. You will get embarrassed. You will get locked up. You will get fucked up. You will get robbed. People will take your shit because you out here trying to stunt and they believing in you and they done stole your bullshit. And these type of money, you live in a world now where the people are steal from you and talk bad about the shit they stole from you. Like they ain't steal the shit. You know? It's like, oh no, you got some bullshit, but it's like, hey, did you steal my shit? So it's like, man, don't be out here becoming a victim of circumstance because you try to look cool or you try to serve an image that really ain't true. Because like I say, man, none of that pay driving shit, none of that animal aggressive shit gonna get your ass nowhere. Regardless, box-wise, regardless, however you want to see it, that pay drive shit ain't gonna get your ass nowhere besides locked up in the case. And then it's gonna deem you as a motherfucker who can't even raise dogs. So now not only do you have aggressive dog breed, you have aggressive fucking dogs. Like, make that make sense. What narrative are you breaking when you do that shit, man? You know, that's just my rant for the day. Everybody got their different topics and shit, but that's just something I've been hearing. All this gameness and all this other shit. And it's like, well, hello. My dogs wasn't out here fighting as puppies. I wouldn't say they weren't fighting as puppies, but they wasn't doing all that shit they be trying to post on social media and all that other stupid ass puppy shit. Did all that. They weren't doing that shit. And if they did do that shit, once they got in my hands, I wasn't allowing them to do that shit. You're going to be a puppy when you come here. You're going to be a dog. You're going to be an individual when you come here. Only thing it's expecting to you is your genetics. That's it. man. It's insane Honey Badger with another one, man. I just wanted to come out here and get off on that rant for us, GAMENESS, pay drive, the difference between the two, and how does it affect you as a person, breeder, dog owner, dog lover, and all that other shit. So, the tip for the day is the best active pups are not always the best active pups. And if you got the chance to be able to get your hands on the best active pup, and the person that you're dealing with isn't a breeder, 9 times out of 10 you got sold some bullshit. Okay? So food for thought, keep that in mind. You know, whenever you buy puppies or whenever you listen to these people on these apps, social media, YouTube, and all that other shit, don't let these people cap you down with some amazing bullshit by thinking some cornball shit. These are dogs. These ain't no fucking robots. That's not no fucking prototype H50 microsophic pit bull there. That's just a regular, mammal like me. You breathes, lives, shits, eats, fucks. Regular stuff. So don't, just like you. Don't get out here thinking because, you used to get your ass kicked. Hell, majority of everybody in them UFC right now or boxing used to get their ass whooped. So how the fuck do you even correlate that shit with today's, with the gameness of today's dogs? How do you even put that together? If everybody on the UFC or boxing or any type of physical contact sport were once bullied victims, that should tell your ass everything you need to know about that action shit. Usually people who are trying to dish shit out only dish it out for a certain period of time, and then that shit starts happening to them. And say Honey Badger, baby, we out.